loading up the hearse, throw it in reverse. I come from the church of the Marvel Universe. Bodies getting stuffed in the bags.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Cryptcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm Brian.
And we're coming to you from inside the Comic Crypt, Newtown, New Jersey. And we've got Tim. Tim's here today.
Hello.
We're going to be talking to Tim about all the stuff Tim does.
Who's Tim?
Who is Tim?
I am Tim.
It's going to be like bone teeth.
So, how long have you been a customer at the store?
I want to say since like late 2017. So it's getting close to like 9 years, I think, then.
Okay. Is that late? I felt like it was earlier than that.
The only reason I know that is because like it was after like Inhumans versus X-Men, and that's the only thing I can remember as far as like a frame of memory.
Mm-hmm. The first time like you made an impact of like, oh yeah, Tim's the guy who comes to the store, was Free Comic Book Day, and you showed up with the Red Hood, the Red Hood costume.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
When was that? That had to be within the time frame, right?
Yeah, it must have been like the summer after then, if that's the case. Mm-hmm. But yeah, because normally I don't cosplay.
Right. Yeah. Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do.
Sometimes.
It's good you didn't come in like during A versus X. You just been, my God, the guy who owns that shop has Tourette's. He just goes in there and he's cursing the whole time.
When did you start reading comics, and like what kind of like brought you to the store?
So I want to say that I started like actually like reading comics on a serious basis in like 2016, which is when DC Rebirth started, because my friend Alan just had the whole bunch of like the Rebirth one shot and like the first issue for Batman as well as Flash, so it's just easy to just jump in, and I was like, well, I think I found out I like comics again.
Okay, that's awesome. Did you read stuff earlier? You said again, so.
So I like probably read like random like trades like Batman Year One, and then like that was really it, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So Rebirth was the first time you started reading like new books coming out and following series?
Yeah.
So what do you do other than comics? You have like hobbies outside of like comics wise?
Yeah, so outside of like reading, collecting comics, I also like to sometimes spend time learning languages. So Korean and then like now Japanese, but it's hard to really study languages every day on top of everything else I'm doing. But I still take Japanese at least once a week online.
Okay.
It's been fun.
What about the Korean? What happened with that?
I like watch Korean content every once in a while, like popular stuff on Netflix. I haven't like finished Squid Games, but like that was the extent to which I was learning Korean now.
Okay.
And talking to a friend who's Korean, so sometimes I get to practice with him.
Well, at least you have like a person to
exactly.
do with it. Okay, so affinity for languages is very cool. That's something I could ever like get a handle on.
Yeah.
I've tried. I retained nothing. I did Spanish in high school. I did Italian in college, and I tried to learn German later on, and nothing. Nothing sticks.
Oh, I didn't know you tried learning German.
I tried.
Yeah.
It did not go very well.
Yeah. All I can say is if anyone wants to learn like an East Asian language, like Chinese, Japanese, Korean, good luck. That's all I can say.
Well, you have the added challenge of learning a whole new writing system too.
Correct.
Like
writing system, grammar tends to be different, and then the way it sounds is very different from like a lot of English sounding romantic languages.
Well, is it all tonal, or is it like what's? I know Chinese is tonal.
Chinese is definitely tonal, and there are inflection points for like for Japanese. Not so much like Korean, I think.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You also have been doing some like social media comic content too. Like what are you doing there?
Yeah, so I tend to follow like a lot of trends that people do. So they'll post like their comic book recommendation or like their favorite cover. And then there's also other things like comic collection. So like once a week I'll like show off stuff from my collection. And the other thing that I do is like it's called Comics A to Z. So basically every week I go from the alphabet A to Z and I pick up sometimes a random letter to like create some chaos, and then I pick like a title. So for A I did Amazing Spider-Man, and then for B I did not Birds of Prey. I did Barry Allen, because I also did a character as well. So Barry Allen for B.
Okay, that's cool. How do you like? What are your parameters for like choose? I know you just said like a little system, but like choosing the content you cover. Is it just kind of like whatever you're feeling in the moment, or is it stuff you're planning ahead?
So what I do is before I make the video, I kind of like more or less Google search like names and identities, or character names, just in case I miss anything, because I want to make sure I cover characters that people don't really talk about. So like obviously B is the easiest like for Batman, right? But if everyone else does Batman, like someone else should cover the other stuff. So that's why I picked Barry Allen.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Is there any part of it like you like more than other? Like a particular thing you cover that you enjoy more than others?
As far as just like making content?
Yeah.
So I just like to try to cover things that people don't tend to talk about. So like a lot of people I feel like on TikTok Comic Talk, they're like a lot newer. So everything's like all about Absolute Batman and the whole Absolute series. So I've been talking a lot more stuff about anything from like when I started collecting like 2016 and then forward. Because then if they don't know about it, how else are they going to?
Sure. Do you feel that it gives you a leg up or handicaps you just because you're bucking against like the trends?
I think it gives me somewhat of an advantage because of just if no one else talks about it, then they're gonna have a reason to check my content in general. But it's also harder because like if it's not as popular, then people aren't gonna want to care about that character at all.
Right. That's what I mean. Like you're gonna be covering stuff, and yeah, you're doing stuff no one else is doing, but who knows to be looking for that stuff to find. That'd be interesting. Yeah, if everyone's covering Absolute Batman over and over and over again.
Well, a lot of the trends with like TikTok comic talkers are like whatever's new and hot because they're not comic fans. They are trying to capitalize on the hot new thing and be topical.
Okay.
You know, because if you get into conversations with half these people, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Sure. Everyone needs an entry point, though, right? Like everyone's gonna jump in.
Like
and I'm the old man at the table. I'm not though, because Tim, we're of a similar age, and Brian's old. But I've never been on TikTok.
And you know who the most interesting TikTokers on TikTok are about comic books? The old fucking
Because they know stuff. They know more.
Yeah. Do you know your pal Gary?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, like he's an old guy and he's like one of the best. Like he's kind of he has this like catchphrase. He does the riddle me this thing. So he's like probably the best, like better than like the 8,000 little girls that are pretending because he's building like a brand.
Sure.
And he's also like a guy who's like lifting up and trying to get other people, whereas like other people are trying to be stars.
That's fair. That's fair. Do you take inspiration from anyone in particular, or are you just kind of like doing your own thing?
I tend to like take inspiration from like a bunch of people but like this basically like the whole reason why I started this is because this kid named Marcus Comics, he has like a huge following on TikTok, 18,000 followers for reference. And then like he was basically what I was doing like when I started comics, where he was just trying to do something, but he's actually much more successful than I was at the time. And what his content is not only just about sharing like comics he loves, but also just trying to be passionate and also just spread positivity. Which is what I try to do with my content.
There's need of more of that on the internet in general.
Exactly.
There's so much like misinformation out there amongst like comic talkers. I remember one of the first like videos I saw. This girl was bitching that DC Comics would not let Batwoman get married to Renee Montoya, but they let Batman get married to Catwoman. And I'm like, asshole, read a fucking comic. Batman did not get married to Catwoman. What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, she's taken a legitimate like criticism.
Yeah.
And
the information's just wrong.
Yeah, she just didn't have the other side of that correct.
That's like you want to like make that argument that Batwoman should be allowed to. Yeah, absolutely, Batwoman, and I think Renee Montoya would be an interesting same way I want Batman and Catwoman to be two sides of, like working against each other, but like in a relationship. And it's like they should absolutely have been allowed to get married back then when it was on the table. But like, don't go spouting false information to argue, but they let the heterosexual. No, they didn't. They flubbed that hard. It took 100 issues to flub it.
Right.
And the problem is, once you make one bad thing wrong, especially if you're a girl, they will target you so hard.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel so bad for a lot of female comic book fans because...
And then if you like try to explain it, then you're the asshole. And it's like, no, they did not. No.
Well, I mean, you're talking about like following it because of the like how the internet is and how like that toxic like girls there. Like you're gonna be hyper vigilant of any kind of criticism because you think you're being attacked because you're a girl. So I think they're trying to do it softly, maybe. I don't know. I'm not on TikTok, so
that's why I always just try to just be supportive of like any female TikTok creators in general, because someone has to believe that they're obviously deserve just as much space as the other ones.
Sure, like everyone should have a voice. I mean, I feel the information they're giving out should be correct.
Of course.
Do you have any like criticisms of like TikTok, like comic space at all?
Well, I just hate like hot take culture in general, because I feel like a lot of it's just like rage bait to induce people to just like get people mad. Like I don't know how much you've been following about like Invincible with regards to like social media, but like obviously this whole show is coming out, right? The newest season.
Yeah, I am not on social media. Don't like it.
So basically, there are people that have argued about the height of, I think, Thrag or one other character, and they actually argued with Ryan Otley, if not Ryan Kirkman, the actual, Robert Kirkman, the actual creator. So it's just
The
like,
height?
the height of, I want it, yeah. I could be like saying the exact thing wrong, but like it's something related to a character's appearance.
Okay.
But they actually tried to argue with both the creators, just like, and I feel like, to me, it was either they wanted to do it just to see if they could get a response, or because they just love to creating chaos.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, rage does lead to engagement, right? Like, you get people mad, they're going to say something. So, I mean, that's unfortunately something that's reinforced in social media across the board, which is why I don't fuck around with it.
The internet's for trolls.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a mouthpiece for bad people sometimes.
Well, we'll have links and stuff later in the show notes for your stuff, but what's your TikTok?
TikTok, the Pinoy Wonder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any other social media where you post content?
I do post on Instagram, so it's the same thing, Pinoy Wonder, as
Okay.
well.
All right, cool. Go check that out. So, are there any particular writers or artists that you're drawn to? Like,
Yes.
do you have a favorite one? Do you have a current
Yeah.
favorite one? Is it Shift?
So, like, as like right now, like Jonathan Hickman is probably like my favorite like writer, like consistently, but especially after reading like East of West.
Mm-hmm.
Like, also I didn't like Imperial as much, but I did like everything else prior. I've read like Fantastic Four, X-Men run.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's just a matter of seeing of what he's gonna be doing next for Marvel, because I don't think he'll be doing any DC related stuff.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be happening. I mean, they kind of lock in on their creators, right? We're like, we got you. Don't go, please. So Hickman is your. I like Hickman. I like the amount of work he puts in the world building, but his attention span isn't there. You could see the quality of his stories dip towards the end, especially if you're getting it like issue by issue. They tend to get, like, when East of West was coming out, I was reading it by issue, and the end of that got so spotty with like publishing dates, like release dates. It was pretty rough. Because I think what happens is, like, he gets excited about a new project while he's still trying to close out an old project, and he's putting all his effort into the new thing he's excited about, and he lets the other thing kind of like trickle down, and it doesn't feel good. And it's happened. I've had that feeling several times with his stories.
Yeah, I always just wondered like what his actual X-Men could have been like if everything regarding COVID, among other editorial stuff, like didn't interfere. But it is what it is.
Sure. I mean, I think that he was too successful with, because that was essentially, I think, supposed to be a 2-year plan, and he was just going to round it out and be done. And it did too well, and they went, nope, we're going to keep it going.
Yep.
So,
and the whole Ultimate Spider-Man mess of it too. He got to finish what he wanted to do, but then
it was very good.
Yeah. Not the perfect ending, but like as good as it could be.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like, is it perfect? No, nothing's perfect. But I was very happy what they did with it. Do you have a particular artist you're into currently?
Yeah. So like he's not doing any interior covers right now, but like Leonardo Romero, who I mostly know for like Birds of Prey. He's done some stuff for like Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, but I just love the way, just like modern, like almost like Silver Age like style. Yeah.
Has he done interiors previously?
Yeah, just for Birds of Prey by Kelly Thompson. That's the only thing I think I've seen as far as like interior work wise.
Okay.
And that was a beautiful book.
Yeah.
Nice and colorful, very classic superhero.
Okay. Not one I've read. I've seen the covers obviously, and they are fun.
Yeah.
They do have that more classic vibe.
That run's awesome.
Yeah. I think he doesn't get to do every issue. I think it's only like the first arc really, but he still does covers past the first arc.
Okay. I hate that so much, where the pipeline to cover artists is so quick now, where it's like, people like you're really good covers, and you're not doing interiors, you don't get to see.
Yeah, except for Marty Jr., who was stuck with covers forever.
Yeah, well,
So you wish you would go away.
I'd rather him on covers than doing interiors.
Well, yeah, at least you get to flip past it and stop looking at it as soon as you start reading.
He is the opposite case, but like so many good artists get just like shoved right to covers, and you don't get to see them do interiors, and it's just like, come on, man, like I like the art, give me more.
Yeah,
we need comic book rock stars.
We don't.
We do. We need the next generations of Jim Lees and J. Scott Campbells and guys that don't do work.
But that doesn't exist anymore, because these people get shoved over to to covers, right? And I mean, for him, not so much, right? Like he doing his thing. He's not like getting worked to death. But you see people like Art Germ and Nakayama and Momoko, where they just get like, you're popular, and they just beat him to death until no one cares anymore.
Yeah. Well, and Dan Moore will just be chained to his desk probably for the next 2 years.
I just, as long as he keeps doing interiors, I don't care.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even just on a book, like have an example of like, okay, you're doing a thing. I mean, it says Mora's, at least doing interiors.
Yeah, otherwise Dan Moore is probably like my other favorite artist right now.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
And Daniel Warren Johnson.
Yes. Well, he's just so kinetic, I think is the right word.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How do you feel about Jimenez? Because him and Moore are kind of in the same boat.
Honestly, Jimenez's art alone on Batman could pay for the book. Mm-hmm. Even if like Matt Fraction wasn't writing, I could still just look through the pages easily.
I think I've said that if Jimenez just drew Batman for the rest of my life, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, as long as he's cool with it, right? There's a lot of Batman rogues out there.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Story's not great. Not loving the book right now. Mm-hmm. Like, it's pretty, but it's not compensating for the fact that Tim fucks off by the third issue.
He'll be back.
Yeah, not soon enough. Like, especially with the first 3 issues that they gave me, that was just like, hey, Tim is the Robin, and he is so amazing. He's going to fight half a dozen guys with a gunshot wound. And it's like, cool, this is what I need. Respect for Tim. Mm-hmm. And then Tim's going to quit and go to school. Again,
look at, he'll come back.
For the third fucking time.
Is it actually school, or he just like has plans?
I believe it was to go to college. Again. For the third time.
Well, it's in this universe now.
Right, it's the same universe.
Matt Fraction, please don't waste Tim Drake.
I have faith in him. I think he'll get it. I think he'll get it. Just give him time.
I mean, I think he got it. I just think that, like, I don't know if it's his decision or not. It doesn't seem like it was his decision.
It could just be it could be a long play.
It could be a long play, but like now Tim's out and Damien's in, and I like the book so much less.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite character?
It's probably got to be Nightwing.
Okay.
Yeah, the Boy Wonder, the original Boy Wonder, Dick Grayson.
The greatest ass in the DC universe,
which I was unaware of for a little while.
Right? Yeah. Like that became a thing. I think I came across a video of Hal Jordan complaining to the Justice League that people were saying that Nightwing's ass was better than
I think
his.
I remember you showing me that, but I was unaware that
that was
like a real
that was the
thing.
catalyst. That was like, is that a thing?
So was it his ass that drew you to him initially?
No, not initially, because I watched first time probably through like Batman the Animated Adventures. When he's just Robin.
Okay.
But one of the things about like Nightwing's ass, since we're talking about, is that if you ever read the series Grayson by like Tim Seeley and Tom King, there is an issue where like Midnighter recognized him not because of his face being obscure, but because of his ass. It's like, I know that ass. It's one of the funniest things ever about that whole series.
That's fantastic. Oh boy. So what did draw you to him, like overall?
Well, I think it's just this whole progression as like being from a sidekick to someone who's overall connected with the entire DC universe, not just like Batman, but like the Titans and even like the younger generation as well. Like I love the way he's portrayed in like even like Young Justice as like a mentor role.
Yeah, he's DC's Spider-Man, but he has his shit together.
So yeah, shit together. I could see that because so few characters get the chance to actually like grow up.
Yeah.
Dick is like one of the few people who has got to grow up.
Yeah.
He got to separate himself.
That's what makes him one of the greatest characters in comics, period. Mm-hmm. With all the shit that we wish for Peter Parker, like to like grow up and be an adult and do the thing Dick is doing.
Do you think Dick has more or less baggage than Spider-Man?
Less. Because Pete, unfortunately, gets hung up on it. Grayson, for some reason, has the ability to process his drama. Mm-hmm. Like he was he is the man whore that is raised by a billionaire playboy.
Yeah, sure.
Like he got to run around with all the girls, but now he is currently locked in to a serious relationship, which is something that Bruce cannot do. Mm-hmm. So leader of the Justice League in recent history, like he leader of the Titans at the same time, like he's able to hold down his stuff with everything that's happened to him. Parent murder, okay, fine, that was 80 years ago. That he was raped, by Tarantula.
Yeah, I don't know about that's what happened.
Drugged and raped by Tarantula.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he's had a lot of trauma going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of stuff to get over. Left Corey at the altar. Didn't marry her. Like, you know, he's had his fair share of like bad decision making. I hated Dick Grayson when he left the cave. Like when he like broke up with Batman. I was like, "Fuck you, you ungrateful shit."
Get a strike it on your own. Thoughts about it, Tim?
No, just a lot like what Brian said. Just like he's gone through stuff, but it seems like a lot of it's getting pushed away behind because I think no one really talks about the whole Corey with like Barbara thing anymore, at least from what I can tell. But you know, the true fans know that it happened.
Oh yeah.
But now he's happy with Barbara, so with a puppy.
With a 3-legged puppy.
Do you think that's gonna stick? How like what's the timeline? How long before that breaks up?
I think it's here now because it was on the shelf for so long and it's what fans wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Babs is a character created for the TV show. She's not an original comic character.
Right.
She's like a Harley Quinn. In the TV show, the dynamic is she's older than Grayson. So she pines after Batman and Robin pines after her. So it's like this weird, awkward kind of like...
Triangle? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But not even a triangle, because like Bruce is not even...
Sure.
Looking at her in a romantic way. He's Batman. He's married to the law. Mm-hmm. You know? So it's a very awkward situation. And then to like... They carry it over into the comics where she doesn't really pine after Batman, but Robin still definitely pines after her. You know?
Okay.
When did they actually make like Barbara Gordon like Gordon as relates to like Jim's daughter, like from the get-go, or like it was well after the television appearance?
Was the daughter on the television appearance? She has a wacky history because originally it's not his daughter, it's his niece that he adopts. And I'm a little flaky on the details there. He used to be more rock solid about it, but she originally was not his daughter. Now it just is.
Yeah, it makes sense, more sense that way. But do you think they're gonna break that up eventually?
No, I think the Bat Family deserves stability, and they're not going to get it through Bruce. So you might as well get it there.
Yeah, okay. I mean, there's so many like couples like that in comics where it's just like, just do it already. And very rarely does that happen. Like the last example is what, Rogue and Gambit. Yeah.
But that was like they weren't together because of her situation and her ability.
Yeah, but it was this will they won't they for a long time. There's always the excuse hanging over there, and it's like, but now I can't because
all it takes is a canceled wedding, right?
But if you go back and you read,
why waste the cake?
You go back and you read the history of Rogue and Gambit. Rogue has always stepped up to the plate. I mean, Gambit has always stepped up to the plate and been like, "I'm here for you. I don't care what situation you're in. I want to be with you. Even if, like, no touching, whatever, I want to be with you." And she couldn't handle it. So she always walked away from him.
That's fine, I guess.
And she would always run off to be with Magneto because apparently his powers could hold back her thing.
Yeah, whatever.
You know, so I'm going to be with the old guy.
Yes, the dynamics are different. I'm just saying, like, you have these examples of characters who are just kind of like, just do it already, and they, you know, it never gets there.
Yeah, it's annoying in real life time. To the length of time that these things take because people like leave the hobby. I've been saying it a lot this year. Comics are for lifers. If they're going to bring up a plot thread from 10 years ago, the only way you're going to know what they're talking about is if you were there 10 years ago.
Sure.
And remember when Kitty sent Rogue and Gambit to the council getaway? Mm-hmm. Like a lot of that stuff reference shit from like years ago.
Sure.
Because the counselor at one point is like, "Oh, it's not like either one of you left each other for dead somewhere." And Gambit's like, "Well, there was that one time she left me for dead." Mm. And she was like, "I never." And then he referenced an issue that I read, and I remembered her leaving him in the Arctic. And I'm like, you just killed that man. Like, he's not getting back to civilization anytime. You just killed him.
You have, the more context you have, the richer, like, experience you can have doing it. And
sure.
It adds to it. I just bring it up for the fact that comics are soap operas, and you have to manufacture drama, so eventually these couples are going to get broken up. Nothing's going to last forever.
Usually doesn't, especially the way editorial is, right?
Right.
Well, it depends on who your editorial is. Like, when you have assholes like Quesada in charge, they're going to break up the Pete and MJ. Like, my Spider-Man, when I started reading in 1990-91, was married already. So, like, breaking him up didn't do shit for me. all it did was piss me off. Because, like, for me, Mary Jane was how he went and did what he did every day. He got to come home to her. That was his reward.
But that's what I'm saying, is this stuff is going to be manufactured because you need the drama. That's the only reason I bring it up.
Yeah, I think they've had enough drama.
It's comic books. There's never enough drama.
In regards to Grayson and Barbara, they have had enough drama. They don't need it. They've been through their drama. They're having their reward now.
Even if they have a 10-year run, you know, and it just be something's going to happen.
Just as long as it's not Rick Grayson, that's all that matters to me.
She'll go back into a wheelchair, and he'll be like, that's it, I'm done. I don't want nothing to do with it.
He'll go into a wheelchair.
Oh, that would...
Right?
No, I don't even want to say that.
It'll mess him up, and she'll have to take up the slack, and it'll be hard for her, too. And come on.
If that happens, I'm going to remember this day.
Yeah, I don't need Dark Grayson.
He will be dark.
Yeah, he will.
He'll have a dark period, and then he'll get over it. You said he processes trauma better than Pete.
Not being able to fly and flip around and do the things that he does.
He can still do that. He's just going to strap himself into the wheelchair.
That's rough. I don't know.
All right, back on track. Do you have a favorite series you're currently reading?
So in addition to Nightwing, which is currently written by Dan Waters, it's probably going to be Fantastic Four, which obviously, you know, I'm a huge Fantastic Four fan, but I just love the way it's written overall, but not just like the single issues, but also just some shorter story arcs as well.
Mm-hmm. Who's currently writing?
It's Ryan North, who's also...
Is it still North? Okay.
Yeah, who's also writing the current Flash run, which I don't know if either of you have both been reading it, but that's been pretty fun as well.
What makes you like the Fantastic Four?
Well, so I think a lot of it just comes to just having respect for like this family that just basically more or less what it started the Marvel universe, and the fact that they've stuck together and they've gone through like a lot of things, you know, between possibly losing their children, losses in the family between like Johnny in one run, Ben in another run. And just like the whole sci-fi adventure stuff where it's different from the usual just like beat up the hero, even though they've had like their own like villain of the week for like periods of time.
You don't find Reed insufferable and a bad husband?
I mean, he definitely was pretty bad in the 60s when I was reading the whole Stanley Kubrick.
Oh, yeah. Back then, it was a different time period. He was written like a guy from that time period. That stuff is hard to read. But I mean, now, modern, he's still absentee a lot. He's still obsessed with work and struggles to find the time to even be with the family over shit like that. That's stuff that makes him unlikable. The time period stuff I kind of forgive because it's like, all right, they wouldn't get away with it today. That is just a victim of the time period, you know. Silly Sue, how could she know anything? Like, and Sue wasn't originally a scientist. Now she is, you know,
archaeologist.
Yeah, she is a peer. Like, they've done things to even that up a bit. But Reed still comes off as kind of just absentee. Like, not even intentionally douchey. Just, I'm not focused on important things because I'm too delved into work.
Yeah, and I think that'll always be like his trait, where it's like he's always involved in work, but he's also still trying to solve the next problem, and he still tries to be a good father. So that's what gives him some leeway. And then I don't know if you've ever read like Fantastic Four season 1, but they tried like rewriting certain things, and they said he was autistic.
Oh, all right.
And like, I'm not trying to say this excuse for how it is at all.
But like, he's
if you view it that way, if he's locked in, and it changes like how you say like, okay, so maybe he's not the brightest for certain things.
Yeah, he doesn't pick up on like
he won't pick up on a lot of things.
Right? Sure.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But also, like, you have to give these characters traits to kind of overcome and have like some like friction with people, right? Like if Reed was the perfect husband and the super genius, was like, great, cool. Like, now what?
Yeah, it's just that, like, you know, we have so many super geniuses in the universe.
It is a problem.
I'd like to see a good dad. We don't have many of them.
In the real world, we don't have many of them.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like, I think the more novel thing here is to see Reed be a good family guy.
What's your superpower? I'm a good dad.
Yeah, what's your superpower for this issue? My superpower for this issue is I let Stark fucking deal with it, and I took my kids to the park. Like, that's cool.
Well, you remember that series that you all read for the comic book review? He sent them out away. You know, they were free from harm for a whole year, which is, you know, still terrible, obviously. He brought them back.
Yeah. I think, like, I have so many problems with the Fantastic Four historically, and I'm a victim of like not liking a lot of change in my characters. You know?
Yeah.
Like, Johnny's a dick, and I don't want to see Johnny grow. I don't think Johnny deserves growth. He's a bully, and a jerky kind of womanizer. And I can't get over the things that I've read where I'm like, oh, he's a good guy now. I remember the guy when they were going into space and they formed the Future Foundation, and they were all supposed to pick replacements, and he picks the chick with pink hair who he slept with last night as his replacement. Oh, her. What's her name? Right. She's my replacement. Is she a hero? No. She's going to wear the Thing suit and be a superhero. No, you're not throwing a pedestrian into the superhero life and going, here, girl, wear a suit. You'll be fine. Just hang out with these superhero people. No, it's wildly... And I don't know how anybody else was okay with it except for the fact that, like, we're leaving the planet right now and we don't have time to fix this. And it's like, no. And the whole relationship between Ben and Reed, where it's like, you have achieved so much shit in your history of being a super scientist, you can't fix this guy. And every time he is fixed, he throws himself back into a situation where he can turn back into the Thing, because if he's not the Thing, he can't help his friends. And it's like, okay, Reed and Ben need to sit down and be like, do you want to be fixed or do you want to stay a rock? Superhero, normal guy. Pick it. Because I will devote every minute of my life to fixing you if that's what you want. But if you run back and turn yourself into a rock after I fix you, I'll kill you myself. Like,
he's got to get those rings.
Yeah, so we could change them. Well, if you make these ring things and they do their thing, then it'll be okay.
That was what's so interesting about, like, One World Under Doom is, like, Doom finally did what Reed could not, and then afterwards he was struggling with this whole identity of, like, well, who am I now? Because that was what I am.
Doom historically has fixed Thing like 2-3 times. It was like, I've done this a few times now, buddy. Why can't your best friend do it?
Right. Well, he had magic and stuff. But, like, at that point, Ben is like, he's like, well, this is who I am. Like, there's no, like, I need to go back because I'm a rock guy. This is it.
Yeah.
So.
That's like your wife has accepted you for it. You know, like, you either need to be fixed or not fixed, or like, and run with that.
Mm-hmm. Now he's a father.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Of a Kree and a Skrull.
This is cool. I like that dynamic.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite story just in general? Like, if you had to pick, like, one, I know it's hard to, like, nail down a single thing, but do you have, like, any contenders for, like, the best thing you've ever read?
So I was thinking about this for, like, a while, like, and I decided to pick Do a Powerbomb. There's a lot of recency bias because of, like, I read it within the past year, but, like, there was just so much about it that I love. And even if you're not a wrestling fan, I told people, like, you can still enjoy it because, Daniel Warren Johnson's on the art. Great start, great story that you don't necessarily get to predict everything possible. And then, like, it's a nice, like, what, 6 to 8 issues at most.
Okay. That's on the list. It's literally, like, we have copies set aside to have read
Great.
For
I look forward to hearing your thoughts.
So it should be relatively soon. Keep throwing weird stuff ahead of it.
Very weird.
Oh, those are your picks or his picks?
His picks.
Try stuff out. So, do you have any other contenders outside of that?
Let's see. Otherwise, I really liked Silver Surfer by Dan Slott and Mike Allred, which I know might have not have been the most accurate in terms of characterizations for a certain way, and it's like supposed to be apparently like Doctor Who-esque, but like I just love the art by Allred and just like this journey of him just traveling the universe with this Dawn, his companion. I don't know if either of you read it, but like
I did not read it because I don't particularly care about Silver Surfer. I remember when that was coming out. It looked cool because Allred just does cool shit, and I think him having that character shift and making it more Doctor Who like with a partner kind of doing a thing probably helps it out quite a bit.
Yeah,
because he suffers from the I'm super powerful. What do I do?
The power cosmic at work.
All right, that's all the questions. Do you have anything else you would like to add, just in general, before we move on to just comic talk from the past couple weeks?
No, I'm just glad that I was able to talk about comics because obviously you're the reason why I have any of my material really coming in Wednesday. I think I remember one time just being able to talk with Brian for 3 hours on just a random Wednesday was just wow, I really like being here.
Mm-hmm. yeah.
Well,
we appreciate you coming in and being a customer and supporting us and sharing in the love. That's the best part is having people around who love the same thing you do. Not maybe specifically because
exactly
Brian is not Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer. I'm not.
But we can agree that.
But just the media.
I mean, but that's why I appreciate people who read things I don't read. It's tell me what I'm missing.
Yeah. Tell me the good stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, we're gonna shift over to what we've read the past couple of weeks. We're gonna have to keep it kind of short. Yeah, we don't have enough time for all of that. I would say let's pick best Best two.
Well, this is my not number one list. So
Okay, yeah, we get that out of there.
Yeah.
You could do quick honorable mentions, but I would say the best two per week, maybe. If we have time, we could squeeze in a little more. Let's see. I get my list together. Hold on, I'm in the wrong document. If you want to.
Last week I have Corpse Knight. I have Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Echo of the Empire.
Well, we don't have to list everything off. Just pick like the good ones.
They were all good. All comics are good.
Not all comics are good. You were just bitching about comics like 3 minutes ago.
Well, I was bitching about bad comics.
So all comics aren't good.
Past comics, new comics.
No, all of you come buy them all. They're great.
Every number one.
I'd love to hear you talk about Corpse Knight because like I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Corpse Knight was all these number ones. Very quick setups and just like read issue 2.
They are essentially just hooks.
Corpse Knight. Father and daughter. Father gets attacked, murdered, buried, resurrected.
Who was the writer? It was Michael what?
Michael Chaves.
Okay, because my autocorrect ruined me again. It's Michael Chaves, yeah, and Matthew Roberts.
And Roberts, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And they go in search of Joan of Arc for some reason because they heard that she healed, brought somebody back from the dead.
Okay, so they
brought a baby back.
It's 1942.
2 days or something.
3 days. Yeah.
3 days.
You know the biblical 3-day thing.
Yeah. So they're going to try and fix the reanimated dad.
It's France 1492, right? The dad's some kind of warrior or whatever because he's got a special sword. We don't know anything about it yet. He's got a little girl.
He seems retired. Like they're
maybe. Right. He's got a scar across his face. He's training his daughter how to use a bow and arrow because he's saying like it's dangerous. You need to learn how to use a weapon. She's like, I want to use a sword. It's like it's too big for you.
He's like, yeah, you need a finesse weapon. You need the bow and arrow is much quicker.
Yeah. And then as that training's happening, they get attacked by bandits. He gets like pincushioned by a bunch of arrows. There's a cool scene where he catches an arrow with his hand that's going to hit his daughter.
Yeah, it was going to hit his daughter, and he just palms it.
Yeah. And he tells her to get the hell out of there. And he dies. She comes back, buries him. She's working the farm on her own now.
Yeah, she's a badass little girl.
Yeah. And she's like 10-ish, maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, the typical, coming of age, age. And those same bandits go and attack the farm. They're like, all right, we're going to take the food, we're going to take the money. And the lead guy's like, and I get the girl. And he's like, woo!
Yeah.
And she prays over her dad's grave because the dad told her about Joan of Arc being like, if you have enough faith, you can do anything. And he tells the story of her being able to bring back that 3-day-old dead infant just by having the faith in God to do it. Mm-hmm. So she reanimates her dad. But he's not like, okay, he's a zombie.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah, he kills all the bandits.
Don't underestimate the power of prayer.
That's right. He kills all the bandits. They put him in the armor that the lead bandit was wearing, which
that's
is
the weirdest
cool
thing. That's the weirdest thing is the mean bad guy has like an evil suit of armor, and when they go off on their quest and they kill the bad guy, she decides to dress Dad up in that suit of armor, I guess, to cover up the fact that he's
a corpse. Yeah, like literally maggots on his face.
Yeah,
but they're gonna find Joan of Arc and she's gonna fix him, quote unquote. We'll see.
Yeah. Meanwhile, if I saw this guy riding into town, the first thing I would do is fucking kill the shit out of that guy. Right. That guy is not good guy. Yeah. He's bad.
He's all in black and
he's
like
wearing Dark Knight armor.
Yeah, yeah. It was good though, but it was complete hook. It was just a hook, a good one.
See, I know I'm trying to limit it, and there's the Star Wars issue that was pretty good. Mm-hmm. Luke versus Boba Fett, kind of cool, and then there's the Mad Cave. What is it? Exordium? Mm-hmm. In your skin, and thanks to you, Spider-versity. Spider-versity was really good. I was so mad about it.
I was going to talk about that for last week was Corpse Knight and
Spider-versity.
Amazing Spider-Man Spider-versity #1 by Jordan Morris and Joe Kelly, Perry Perez. For a book that I thought was just going to be straight trash, it was pretty solid.
Yeah, it was fun. It was way more fun than I thought it would be.
The idea is Norman Osborn is going to train the younger generation of Spider people.
Which, by the way, if you are not aware, there are way too many.
There's a lot.
There's a Spider Girl. There's a Spider Boy.
There's 6 of them.
There's Silk. I didn't even know the one was in continuity.
Arana?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know Arana was in the universe.
She
I thought that was a side thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so Miles, Ghost Spider, Silk, Spider-Boy, Spider-Girl, and Arana, and then Spider-Woman makes a surprise entrance at the end.
Which Spider-Woman doesn't need to be trained. I don't really feel I don't feel like Miles needs to be trained at this point, to be honest.
But Norman's idea is, I'm going to train all of you to be able to defeat me when and if I eventually turn back into the Green Goblin.
And he handles it extremely poorly because they all get together and Miles is like explaining to everyone like hey, like, you know, this is what we're gonna do and it's gonna be like a school, and Norman bashes through a window on the fucking bat glider, pumpkin bombs flailing,
Like real ones.
yeah, real ones, you know,
And then it
immediately points out why everyone sucks.
Yeah, that was the dress downs were so good.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they were incredibly accurate. Going like, you're the most dangerous, and this is why you suck, and you have the most.
And who is
chance
the
of
most
British-
dangerous?
Spider-Girl.
Spider-Girl.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, well, she's got the power set, which I didn't know her power set was she gets to choose
She's a mutant.
her power set.
Yeah, Spider-Girl is this crazy goddamn wild card.
Yeah.
She's a mutant. She was trained by Bullseye. I couldn't believe I was reading Spider-Girl's book. I read the #1 as a joke just to review it, and I was like, this is dope. She's a bloodthirsty little psycho.
But just watching Norman take them all out and tell them why they all suck and what their wasted potential was wonderful. And then Jessica comes in and like is like, I'm gonna kill you, and he's like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's just for pretend. And now she's gonna be like an auxiliary instructor.
Oh.
Yeah. So fun book.
She's thought, I'm going to make sure you're not going to kill these children.
Right. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real interesting.
It's a miniseries?
Probably. I don't see how this can go on for very long.
Exactly.
But and things I would never think I would say out loud or admit. I'm a fan of Spider-Girl and Spider-Boy. Like, they're fun. They're written well.
Spider-Boy's dialogue specifically, I didn't take specific notes, but he made me laugh like 2 or 3 times in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Any interaction Pete has had with him in the past. Like, I remember Pete was like emotionally dumping on him, and he's like, I'm 10. I want ice cream.
But that's the thing is, like, he's written like an actual child versus like a child trying to be an adult. It's like, no, I'm aware of what I am. Can I just be a kid, please?
Yeah, and like Pete was like griping about everything, and he's like, have you tried ice cream? Ice cream makes me happy.
Right. So, definitely like a dark horse of a book. Definitely recommend. Never thought I would, but
Right.
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, those are my tops from last week.
Yeah, like I said, the other 3 get honorable mention because I enjoyed them. Well, I didn't really like In Your Skin that much. That was kind of creepy.
In Your Skin was
but it was supposed to be creepy. It's like horror-esque.
Well, since you brought it
body
up for the
snatchers.
church, it kinda. So, In Your Skin won by Aditya Bidikar, Psalm.
One word, Psalm.
Yeah, Psalm.
Yeah, it does
and
the
Psalm.
art.
Yeah. There's a girl who's super obsessed with an actress, and she just wants to like meet her. So 80% of the book
But instead becomes her.
right. 80% of the book is just a creepy obsession book, like
Yeah.
an over obsessed fan, and it's just like, whoa, the shit you're willing to do to like meet her or whatever.
Right.
She has a dude who's into her, and she sees it, but she doesn't care. She just manipulates him to get what she wants. Like, he's able to get her in proximity to this actress twice. And then in one of those times, we find out she's some sort of weird, horrible being because she, like, steals her skin. Like, she switches the skin on both of them.
Yeah, so like
sounds-
security carries off the actress in her body, and she goes into the trailer like being that girl, and that's
And,
how it closes.
it's
out.
like a physical thing. It's not like I hopped into you, like I put my spirit
yeah,
into you.
the first couple of pages of the book are I guess going through the metamorphosis of the change because they're like twisting, and there's like the whole dialogue that goes along.
I don't know if that was just supposed to be like illustrative of what like was happening or like literal, because like the change was like wasn't perfect, and her face is still kind of fucked up when she's the actress.
Yeah, people are approaching her from behind, and she's kind of like last minute smushing her face into.
Yeah, she's
shape.
doing some Clayface stuff where she's like
Yeah,
squish,
yeah.
squish, squish. Now I'm perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
so-
body horror?
Yes,
Body horror?
yeah, definitely a body horror vibe going on.
Yeah.
So like she's a thing of some sort, because her mom I think knows too, because like they had a kind of a suspect conversation in the cafe. So yeah, it was not top of the list, but it was like, all right, maybe we'll see. It's just very weird. This week, there's some stuff. What? Pause. Tim, last week, anything like top for you? Anything that you read that like you feel people should know about?
I think that people who are definitely looking for some like Wally West stories should definitely hop on the new Flash, especially if they've liked the way Ryan North has written a family from like Fantastic Four, and it's got fun scenario involving social media and the Flash.
Okay. Is it another family book? Like, is it Wally with his family, or is it just?
It feels like that way because they actually include all of the members as part of like the dialogue and everything.
Okay, that's cool.
Do they have the kids, Jai and okay?
And
okay.
The twins and the other.
Oh right, I forgot they had another kid.
Same, I didn't even realize until now.
Yeah, they spit them out fast. Those flashes.
Well,
crazy.
They're like rabbits.
I mean, like cause Jai and what's the girl's name? I know she's
Irie.
Oh right, she's Irish too. She's yeah. Cause she's named after Anne Iris. Right. Them being born in the Speed Force originally was like such a dark topic, like when it happened, and then they kind of just like brushed it away. It's like they're since they were born in the Speed Force, they're aging prematurely and they're gonna die real quick. And like Batman figured it out, and like they didn't, like he's talking to Wonder Woman and Superman about it, and they're like, well, should we tell him? Like we don't want to tell him. And I don't remember how like it fixed itself, but they are clearly not aging fast anymore.
Just reverse the Speed Force. Run backwards. That's fine. That's it.
Jai got depowered at one point.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. You know better than I would, honestly.
Because he had a cool power where he could like speed up his muscle growth.
Oh,
so he would just turn into like this jacked little 10-year-old. Like really, he would literally like grow muscles in a flash.
I mean,
bam.
Yeah, if you just kind of like flex your muscles real fast and let them heal, like sure.
See, I wish things synced up more with their planning. You know, and I know not the whole superhero community can't have kids at the same time, but like Jai and Irie were fun, and I could see them like getting along with Damian and Jonathan at their kid age, you know,
sure,
like having like a play school Justice League kind of thing, you know.
Anything else you got?
No, that's it as far as like last week. Yeah.
Okay. This week, we've got Zatanna #1, which I was not disappointed in, but a little disappointed in. It's by Jamal Campbell all around. He's art, writing, everything. Zatanna is now the Prime Magus.
No, she's Sorcerer Supreme.
She's just a Sorcerer Supreme.
They're doing what Scarlet Witch is doing in Marvel and DC. It's amazing.
Not the same thing.
I know it's not the same, but Sorcerer Supreme's important, and nobody cares about who's important in DC. They should have just given her the helm of fate.
Yeah, they're I don't know if it's created whole cloth. I don't know if this is a thing, but it's just like, well, there hasn't been a Prime Magus in a millennia kind of thing. So I think it's new. But
it's been with it forever because we just made it up.
Yeah. I don't have the DC knowledge to like speak on it, but she's taken on this position, and now she's the Sorcerer Supreme, and she just stops a plague demon possession, and it's okay, cool. And they just do a little setup of like villains and stuff. So that's not. That happened. I like Zatanna. I gotta talk about it. Don't
worry, Zatanna. One day they'll get you right. They'll make you do something interesting.
One day.
Just making googly eyes at me.
Yeah, I just like looking at you.
Aww.
Well, I was trying to throw it to you to see you do a book, but I'll do another one.
I'll do one. I didn't read Zatanna. I have 5 other books. I'd read Red Roots by Image. Lorenzo De Felici. I did double duty there. I mean, I liked it, but there wasn't a lot to go on. This poor woman named Kate is a school teacher. She owns cats. She's a good person. She comes home and finds a severed head in her closet. She calls the authorities like any normal person would.
Oh, good.
She goes and spends the night at her friend's house. Like, you know, she's not getting accused of anything. And the police have no leads. They can't identify the head. It's been dead for too long. Like, it is a decomposed head, like dried skin on it and shit.
Yucky.
And they got nothing. But she can go home. And she goes home, and there's another severed head in her house. So she's, like, losing her shit over it. She tries calling the police again.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, and the police were kind of like, all right, we'll come back over. Like, are you sure? You know, and she walks like back into the living room to see it, and there's like 12 more, and they're talking to her.
Oh, that's good.
So I think her mom has Alzheimer's or something like that, because she calls her mom, and she's like, you know, like the mom's having trouble. She's like, it's Kate, Mom. Like she keeps yelling at her, and she's kind of saying things like, it's happening to me. I think it's happening to me. I think I'm losing it. Like,
yeah, I'm having a psychotic break. That's a normal reaction to having that many heads in your house.
And after like the 3rd time, the mom's like, who's this? Like, she gets upset and throws the phone and smashes the phone, and like then there's like a thudding continues, and it's not her anymore, and she realizes it's not her anymore, and something is actively trying to break through her door, and it's this big ogre, like fantasy D&D, like big purple monster. I have a battle axe ogre. and it ends with him just going, "I think you have something that's mine."
Hey, these are my heads.
Right? Yeah, basically. So
Why
it's
do you keep getting my heads?
yeah, not a lot to go on, but the art's good, and it's like, well, now I definitely need to know what the hell's going on there.
The best thing I read this week, like by far, is Defiant, the story of Robert Smalls, #1, by Rob Edwards, Sean Damian Hill, and Alex Patterson.
I'm very grateful you didn't say Murder Hobo, because I read Murder Hobo and it was trash.
Oh, I didn't. I grabbed one. I didn't get to read it. That was just like, I mean, it's called Murder Hobo, so I'm assuming it's just like wanton violence.
It was so bad. No, please continue with yours. I'll tell you how bad it is after you go with yours.
Cool.
I'm very interested in the actual person in history.
So Defiant, the story of Robert Smalls, is the story of a real person, former slave, born in 1839. It's just him, like it's framed as him as an older man telling his life story to his grandson while they're fishing on a lake.
He fought in the Civil War. I see, like he's in a uniform.
So it looks like he's going to be.
He's wearing blue, not gray, so he fought for the North.
Yeah, so he has a spyglass that he uses to like check the water, and it says the Confederate States of America, whatever the right is that the Confederate States of America. I don't know. Sure. But that's scratched out, and he like scratched his name in, like it's like a trophy he got. So yes, he's going to fight in the Civil War. I just don't know in what capacity.
Well, he's standing next to a cannon. Maybe he operated a cannon.
Well, maybe. But it just goes through his life of like, I was born here, I was born on the same night as the lynching. That's cool. His master kind of treated him like a son because he really wanted a son, didn't have one.
Okay.
But there's this very distinct thing made where it's like, well, I was raised like I was his son. I was something called a quasi-slave. So, like, you know, he could still beat me however he wanted and sell me if he wanted, kind of thing. Like, I was never really...
Don't worry, he would have done that to his son, too, at that time period. He would have beat his son. And
there's... he gets in trouble. Like, he's very smart. And he hustles. Like, he gets in trouble and asks, like, can I be free? And the guy's like, no. So they try to take him to a slave market, trying to scare him, and that just like makes him more kind of like, well, I want to be free. And then they make him go work in the fields, and he like mind games the overseer into not beating him. And the overseer goes to the master, is like, I can't do anything with this kid. So his master dad, he's not really his dad, but his master, who's treating him like a son, goes, all right, $100 and you're free. And the kid goes 50. He's trying to negotiate his thing, and they're like,
good for him.
And they're like, Robert. He rents him out to businesses in town. He's working on a hotel, and then from the hotel, he gets a job as a dog. Like, he's doing multiple jobs. He starts hustling on the side. He's selling candy to kids, tobacco to adults. He's doing all kinds of stuff. But he gets in trouble for being out after dark, and it happens a couple times. And it's just him constantly like getting out of stuff because he's smart.
Does he make the 50?
Okay, so the shitty part is he says like, with the amount of jobs I was working, I was making enough money for that $100 a month, but the master was taking the money and giving me kind of like the leftovers on the side, and it took him 10 years to save up.
Oh Jesus!
To be free, but you bring up the treat him like a son thing. When he gets bailed out of jail,
that's not treating him like a son.
Right. Well, he's still a slave.
Yeah, sure.
The constable's like, he makes the distinction of like, he says he's like my boy, and he's like,
it's like, I can't let you go now. He's my top earner.
He says you're treating him like he says boys will be boys, and he's like, do you mean boys or boys? Because if you're treating him like your boy, that boy isn't, like he's making the distinction between your boy and a boy.
Right.
If you treat him like your boy, he needs to learn, otherwise one of us out here is going to teach him that he's a boy, not your boy. Ooh. Like there's this whole conversation there.
Sure.
Yeah. It's a very good book. Yeah. It's fun character. I want to go research. I think there's a book about this guy. I have to go get that book just to read about him.
Yeah, it's an interesting position of like, guy starts off treating him well, so like he pushes the limits.
Yeah, he thinks he's special.
Yeah,
and then he's got to learn that he's not.
Right, because the rest of the world, like regardless, and even that guy shits on him and taking his money and stuff. But
right, yeah, he's still He's still a slave owner, so he can be as nice to him as you want. He still owns people. Hands down, best thing this week so far.
Did you read Warbird by Bad Idea?
No.
That was dope.
That's the number 0, right? The newsprint?
It's the number 0.
Like $2?
It's a newsprint. Yep, $2. I'm going to read the series now.
Oh, cool.
Like, just to set up. He seems to be a James Bond-esque character. Very capable. He's doing repos, basically. This millionaire on a yacht had a custom motorcycle built. He didn't pay his bill, so he went to collect it from off the yacht. And the whole issue is him driving the motorcycle around this huge cruise ship, like through parties, knocking hors d'oeuvres over on people. Lady screamed at him, "This dress is a Versace!" So he came back around and spun more shit on her.
Okay.
And the whole time is talking to a partner who is remote control operating a boat for him to jump off of and land the motorcycle on, very like Evel Knievel style, to make his getaway. And he pulls it off swimmingly. Like, comes down to like the guy who owns the boat and the motorcycle is like, "Oh, guy thinks he can steal from me," so he's like pulls his gun out and he's staring down the barrel as he's charging at him on the motorcycle and makes the jump and gets off with the skin of his teeth. It was dope. It was really cool.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That was on the list, but I might have to now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have enough of them too.
Sure.
Back to Murder Hobo though. That was by Midnight Factory. Joseph Shamalake, I can never read my own handwriting, and Ryan Brown. That was terrible. It was like Rat Queens, but like the worst version of it. They seem like an adventuring party of a variety of characters, but it's all debauchery and drinking. None of the actual adventuring stuff. It's more slapstick incompetence. They all get real drunk and get pink eye. Like the whole party gets pink eye. And then they have to like cure the pink. It's bad. It's so bad. It's so
Sounds
bad.
Ridiculous. I might like it.
I think it leans in the direction of things you might like, but I think it takes it too far.
Okay.
I think it's I would be interested to see if you like it or not. And just because I thought it was going to be absolutely awful, DC's Truth, Batman, Wonder Woman, Jeff Loeb and Jimmy Chung.
That's a tie into the Hush story.
Loosely.
I'm just saying that's how it was built. Like it was a positive.
Hush is mentioned in it once. It's so good. It's so good.
That's crazy.
It reminds me of how Batman comics used to be. Yeah, I'm very upset that it's only one shot. Beautiful Jimmy Chung art. Loeb stays coherent, not a too high concept. Batman, Bruce Wayne, and Diana are putting the lasso of truth on display at a museum in Gotham.
Why? You're just asking villains to come fuck with you.
Well, they're putting it into the case and making a presentation of it, and no sooner is the case closed and the security measures up, the lights go out, the lights go back on, the lasso's gone.
Yeah.
And Bruce is like, maybe we have time to catch up to her. And Diana's already pissed because she already knows it's Catwoman, and she's already and the whole thing is Diana analyzing their relationship after the first Hush, after Bruce outs himself and lets her into the cave. So that's what it is. It's basically about Wonder Woman like finding out about it and accepting it.
Okay.
Because prior to Hush, at that time period, Wonder Woman was Bruce's love interest, and it kind of didn't go anywhere. Right. So I think this was like the acknowledgement that we never got at the time. Like they catch her and like Wonder Woman's ready to beat the shit out of her, and Bruce is like, "No, I hired her to do it." And she's like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I hired her to test the security system. Like I wanted to test the security system if it was going to be on display there, and I wanted to know that I needed to have the best try and steal it." You know, and then like at the end of it, they're like, "Are we going to put it back or not?" Because one woman asks Batman, she's like, "Do we put it back in the museum now?" And he's like, "Oh, that's for Bruce Wayne and Diana to decide." Because like Bruce is just being a dick the whole time.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I have two more. One very quickly. Tony Millionaire's The Oddballs Odyssey.
I read that too. That was fun.
It's just fun. If you've ever read any Tony Millionaire, it's just every one of his stories.
It's exactly what it should be. It's weird.
Bobby the Monkey gets sober. His friend Jimmy the Skunk doesn't. And then he goes on an adventure. He goes on an adventure to meet the love of his life, a beautiful swan with long black hair.
It's 3 different adventures. It's 3 different books in that one book.
But it's all him trying to find.
Yeah.
He's going on an odyssey. I just like Tony Millionaire. I enjoy his art.
Yeah,
That's all it is. Just a silly read. And then I have Swamp Thing 88 / Swamp Thing 1989 #1 by Rick Veitch, Michael Zulli, Vince Locke. First of all, the whole issue is like it's from 1989. Like, there's ads for books coming out contemporary to it, all that. Otherwise, it's a fucking mess. Swamp Thing stuck in the time stream somehow. I don't know, because I didn't read Swamp Thing 87 from 1989. But he goes back to when Jesus is going to get crucified.
he goes back to cavalry.
Well, he goes back to the Garden of Gethsemane.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, I can't say Gethsemane. Jesus, can I say, what's the word? Gethsemane? Say it. Someone say the word.
Church guy.
Gethsemane.
I need
The garden.
spelling.
The garden where Jesus goes and talks to his dad before they crucify him.
Oh my God. It's
I
bothering me
cannot
that my
pronounce
mouth can't say the words that my brain knows. Maybe I have the spelling in front of me. I'll be able to do it better.
Take this cup away from me, for I don't want to taste this
Gethsemane.
poison.
The Garden of Gethsemane. That th and this next to each other fucked me up. Anyway.
Garthsemane.
Yeah, Gethsemane.
It's next to Wayne Semene. Party on, Garthsemane.
So he's in the garden. Swamp Thing shows up. But while this is happening, the 3 wise men summon the demon Belial to kill Jesus.
Swamp Thing shows up in the garden, and Jesus goes, "Jesus eats me? What is that?"
No, there's a whole over thing where Swamp Thing goes, he knows I'm here, but he does nothing. He just keeps, meditating.
Yeah, he's like, "I hope it goes away. I hope it doesn't see me. What the hell is that thing?"
But the 3 wise men,
Dad, did you make that?
the 3 wise men summon the demon Belial to kill Jesus. Because they're sorcerers. I guess.
The 3 wise men?
Yeah.
Like the same 3 that brought him
Yep,
gifts when he was a baby?
And they said, yeah, we should have killed him if we didn't know. We should have murdered that baby.
Now it's time to pay your debt, motherfucker. This has been 33 years.
We see Mary Magdalene fucking a Roman captain of the guard. That guard.
Oh, that's unnecessary.
Well, she was a whore.
Hey, remember her? She's the whore.
This is what I'm saying. This is fucking bad. Belial infects that guard with his only son, which we find out a few pages later is Etrigan, because you see him start to transform into Etrigan.
So Mary Magdalene is... Oh, he transforms into Etrigan. Okay,
The guard.
Right, I thought the guard was going to impregnate Mary Magdalene.
No.
I thought Mary Magdalene was
No.
going to be Etrigan's mom. I was like, what the fuck?
No, it wasn't that. The Belial impregnates this Roman's captain of the guard with Etrigan.
Etrigan's not even from that time period. He's from, like, Merlin and shit.
Yep, but this is his origin.
Oof.
And they go and get Jesus, and Swamp Thing fights Etrigan guard, kinda, and then Jesus excises Etrigan out of the garden, and he's crucified.
You know, and I was going to joke about it being religious because of the cover with him carrying the lamb.
It
and
is
then you showed me the
specifically-
variant cover with him with the crown of thorns. I was like, oof.
Nope, we get to see the little passion play, and Swamp Thing and Jesus are forever connected, because while Swamp Thing was praying, he had the Grail with him, and and to help Jesus to be like, hey, he needs a little thing. Swamp Thing goes over.
Wait.
Nope, I know. Nope, it wasn't there. I agree.
Swamp Thing has what Grail?
Swamp Thing doesn't have the Grail. Jesus has the Grail with him in the garden.
What?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Isn't the Grail is...
It's from Last Supper.
Okay.
It's a fucking comic book. I told you this is wild.
All right.
Etrigan the Demon was also not in the Passion Play.
No.
About that, I was like, he kind of looks like Etrigan, and he starts to grow the little eyebrow things and the fin ears, and he starts rhyming. It doesn't happen initially, but he starts rhyming. I'm like, holy shit, that's Etrigan. But Swamp Thing, he's like this little guy.
This book's
made of
getting recalled.
It's
this
crazy.
This is gonna be so controversial.
Crazy. He's like a little midget made of vines, and he's got 2 grapes for eyes. Right, and he's like, this guy needs a drink, so he climbs over the top of the cup, and his eyes explode, and he's like, and I gave him the most purest fruit nectar for him to drink, and then Jesus drinks it when he's done praying, and now Swamp Thing and Jesus are forever intertwined
for the next day until they kill Jesus.
No, I mean forever, because he is a deity.
We solved the mystery. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit is Swamp Thing. The Father, the Son, and the Swamp Thing. Uh-huh. Now we know who the Holy Spirit is.
It is crazy. I could see why it wasn't published.
Blasphemous.
They have the initial cover. The initial proposed cover is in the back of the book, and it's a crucifix with Swamp Thing's wailing head at the top of the crucifix and the crown of thorns, and a couple of spots of light where the nails went in.
They should have had the 2 guys crucified next to them. Like, hey.
Oh, we got the full.
Full.
I'd say we get the whole passion, just really, really, fast.
All the dialogue too between them.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
It's one of my favorite parts.
No, we got the forgive me, Father. They know not what they forgive them. They don't know what they do, kind of thing. And then
why have you forsaken me?
Yeah. It was a wild read. I wasn't expecting any of it.
I thirst. I wish I had that goblet. I remember that Swamp Thing juice. I remember his eyeball berries.
Yeah, he gave him some Swamp Thing grape juice out of his face. But that's all I got.
That's enough. I think it's a great place to end. Oh.
Good.
You heard about it? You heard about the...
I heard I heard that there was something that didn't get released for a long period of time for whatever reason, which now I'm just...
Now you know, because it's heresy to the nth degree.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how many certain people online talk about it.
I don't think the Pope's gonna like it.
Well, religious people you gotta stoke the embers these days on what counts as blasphemy and shit like that.
Oh, this is definitely blasphemy.
Well, the president has his very own Bible where he inserts his name into it, but so many.
But he didn't put eye juice into Jesus' cup.
Maybe he did. Did you read it?
You got to put eye juice in Jesus' cup.
No, he put his eye juice into little girls.
But that's it for today. Next week we're going to be going over The Many Deaths of Layla Starr, which is another weird one, but had some cool stuff going on.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one very much.
Did you familiar with that one at all?
No, I've only read another work by Ram V and thing called Rare Flavors.
Okay.
I do have that one on my shelf, though.
Thanks for listening, and thanks for being here, Tim. If you want to plug your socials again while we're headed out.
Yep. So my TikTok is the Pinoy Wonder on TikTok and Instagram.
Okay, cool. Go check that out, guys. Get some comic coverage content. That's not us. If you would like to send us some questions for us to answer or some ideas for books to review in the future, you could do that at thecomiccryptcast@gmail.com. And you can follow the store on Instagram and Facebook. Links for those are going to be in show notes, along with links to Tim's socials. Anyone have anything else?
Rest in peace to Jerry Conway, who's a co-creator for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Punisher, Jason Todd, and many more.
The Punisher and the Punisher and the Punisher.
Guys with guns.
Guys with guns.
Look, you got to type. That's it? You want to see us out, Tim?
Yeah, sure. Go read your books.
We loading up the hearse, throw it in reverse. I come from the church of the Marvel Universe. Bodies getting stuffed in the bags like comics. The hardcore get it while the soft bitches vomit. I came to this earth on a radiated comet. Now the planet is in perilous danger because I'm on it. Fly super villain with the superpowers in me. Got the red issues and all my shit is minty. Body like Ben Grimm, suckers I be beating down. Look around and we be found chilling out in Eaton Town. I'll be at the comic crypt stacking up the kryptonite. Doomsday and Superman every time I grip the mic. Dark Phoenix overloading, supernova, sunspot exploding. I'm the Punisher reloading, Bobby Drake when he's frozen. Storm forming, ominous clouds over the ocean. Working with Professor X to master my emotion. Have you posing in the box, whether you know it or not. I'll easily bag your bitch like Logan did to Scott. Mr. Sinister plots when I administer shots to clone Gene from a jeans. Then this shit'll get hot like Inferno. Burn slow, humans are ash. God loves, man kills in the days of future past. Now I'm working on a science lesson. Me and Brian Stratton, a rat in a cage who can't stop buying X-Men.
Like a flower that blooms in the spring. You were beauty